Hi, my name is Jessica Nicely, and this PowerPoint presentation addresses the graphic novel Waiting for Health Equity. Within this presentation, I chose to focus on the character Laura, and I have researched her cultural identity, her healthy and unhealthy behaviors as presented in the graphic novel, and at the end of the presentation, I am going to address educational needs that I feel the character would benefit from. I'm going to begin by taking a look at Laura's cultural background. She identifies as homosexual, she is American, and is of white ethnicity. The graphic novel elaborates on the personal and social hardships that Laura has had to face due to her sexual orientation. Laura has dealt with society viewing her identity as immoral and a sickness that could be treated, and has encountered discrimination in not only the workplace but also in the healthcare system, which has ultimately led Laura to develop healthy and unhealthy behaviors. Moving forward to address Laura's healthy and unhealthy habits, I'm going to begin by talking about the unhealthy habits that Laura has developed due to the discrimination and inequity she has faced in her younger years. Because of her homosexuality, Laura and her partner avoided seeing doctors due to the unwelcoming nature of the healthcare system. It is obvious in the graphic novel that Laura was fearful of mistreatment due to her sexual orientation, rather than being treated for the reason she was originally seeing the doctor. For this reason, Laura has not established a PCP or formed a connection with a doctor to further evaluate her health and receive necessary preventative or active treatment. This is concerning for not only her physical health, but her mental health as well. Laura does not trust the healthcare system, and she also lacks a support system since her partner passed from cancer, and she was never able to tell her parents about her sexuality. So moving on to her healthy habits, since times have changed and the treatment of homosexuality is widely accepted in society now, Laura made the decision to visit a doctor after many years. I believe Laura is taking her health into consideration after seeing her lifelong partner pass of cancer, and this is due to not seeking medical care for a very long time due to their identities. So finally, moving on to the health education needs that I believe Laura would benefit from. One is mental health awareness, and the other one is annual health screenings. Laura has endured a large amount of trauma while growing up in a completely different generation in which she is now, and she has also experienced trauma into her adulthood. Laura would benefit from establishing a support system within the healthcare system, whether this being a doctor like a PCP or a therapist, and this would just allow Laura to be able to share her hardships and not carry all those burdens on her own. So I think a good first step would be getting a psychiatry evaluation, because it is evident throughout the story that Laura has carried a lot of her burdens on her own, and she doesn't trust the healthcare system, but I think we have learned over the past couple of years that mental health is super important, and there are ways to take preventative measures or even treat the diagnosis through medication. I also think that Laura would greatly benefit from grief counseling. She did spend 40 years with her partner, and because of their decisions to not seek medical help or any medical assistance, they weren't able to catch her cancer, so she essentially suffered, and Laura had to witness that. So that type of a relationship is obviously irreplaceable, and her parents don't know about her sexuality, so she doesn't really have an outlet for any of those emotions. So I think grief counseling would be a great step. So moving on to annual health screenings. Again, since Laura's partner passed from cancer and they had caught it too late, this just makes me think, is this something that could have been prevented? So I think Laura needs to be educated on preventative medicine and how important it is to get your annual screenings, such as blood work, I have listed mammograms and colonoscopies just because those are annual screenings that you get as you get older to screen for cancers. But she is obviously very nervous to go to the doctor, but I think if awareness was brought to her, she obviously would not want to endure the same physical suffering that she had to witness her partner going through. So I think she would be very accepting of this information. So from the graphic novel, again, I think mental health and the annual screening processes would be two good areas for Laura to start with, and hopefully it would get her some answers and maybe ease her mind that the healthcare system isn't always against you, but I 100% see the discrimination that she has faced, and it saddens me, and I just hope and I don't know, I guess hope and pray that it gets better for her and it gets better for everybody else that has had to encounter the same issues that Laura has. And this is my reference. Thank you.